Hey guys, my name is Anton, and this is a review of Attack on Titan chapter 83 called Cut Off. So let's just jump straight into it. Now, in the beginning of this chapter, the Ape Titan and the one transporting him, they appear in front of Eren, and Eren reacts immediately by slitting Bertholdt's throat. So points to him for reacting the way he did. Now, I don't know how deep the wound is, and I doubt that Bertholdt is going to bleed out from that. As Hanji says later on in the chapter, they are not aware of what it takes to actually kill a shifter, if it's even gonna kill him if they cut off his head. But Bertholdt is gonna die pretty soon anyways, I think. So the Ape Titan strikes a conversation with Eren. He says that they are on the same side and that they are both victims of Eren's father Grisha. We have so little information about Grisha and he's shrouded in so much mystery. So I would just be guessing if I start to think about what his original intentions were for Eren and humanity. But what's very interesting is that the Ape Titan looks exactly like Grisha, so I think it's safe to say that he is Eren's uncle. Now it would be an incredibly awesome twist if at some point later on in the manga, Eren he actually sympathizes with the Ape Titan and joins his side. I don't see that happening personally, but it would be an awesome twist. Now Levi he appears out of nowhere. It's just insane that he was able to beat all those titans and transport himself there so quickly. I mean he almost got there as quickly as the Ape Titan. So he's just a beast. The two titans they take off and head for Hanji's place. She's discussing with Jean whether or not to kill Reiner. And I get what they're saying, that they need the information, that they possibly need him for titanization. Yeah, that's right, but at least take some precautions. Do as Eren did and have a sword to his throat, so that if anything bad happens, as it does, then you can kill him instantly and there won't be a problem with that. But instead, Hanji she's almost killed, and Reiner he gets away again, and is probably gonna come back even more fierce than before, learning from his mistakes. So I think that what happened is completely their own fault. Now Hanji she has a letter from Reiner it's from Ymir and it's supposed to be given to Krista, to Historia. I really don't know what to expect that it contains. I think that it's either like an apology, sorry for tricking you all of these years, or it's a way for Ymir to try to convince Historia to actually sympathize with them and join their side. Of course, Hanji and the rest they're gonna read it through and not gonna pass it on to her if there's any sensitive information at all. So I don't think that's gonna be a problem, but it will be interesting to see what it actually contains. Jumping back to where Armin and the others are. Apparently Armin, he's still alive and he's hanging on by a thread. I think within the universe of the manga this is a bit unrealistic, because in the previous chapter he was scorched, he probably inhaled overheated air, which would just fry your intestines, and the fall would probably break his back and his neck, just killing him instantly. But then again, this presents us with a very interesting dilemma. Who should be saved, Armin or Erwin? I think that Levi he's gonna look at this only from a rational perspective, but even doing that, I don't think this is a black and white decision. Right now, Erwin he's probably the biggest asset to humanity of the two, but with Armin's development and his potential, I think that value-wise he can definitely surpass him in the near future. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if Erwin he gains consciousness for just a second and says, "Save Armin, he's the future generation. Just let me die," which would fit very well with the progression we have seen from Erwin in these past chapters. Unless something like that happens, this is not going to be an easy decision, but it's going to be a decision that they will have to make quickly before both of them die. Also, Mikasa, she draws her sword and kind of threatens Levi. I don't know if she's gonna make something out of this threat, if she's actually gonna attack him and try to take the serum, or if she's just frustrated by the fact that Armin he's probably gonna die. But it would be a very sick situation if she attacked him, Levi, he dropped the serum, it was destroyed, and both of them died because of it. I don't think that's gonna happen. I definitely think one of them is gonna get it. At least I hope so, but you never know. In the flashback where Erwin he explains about the serum, he says that they will be able to gain the power of titanization and gain information. When I read that, I thought about Historia and the arc where her father had captured Eren. She touched him, and not only did it trigger her memories, Eren's memories from Grisha, Eren's father's memories were actually triggered in Eren when he was touched by Historia. And I'm wondering if one of these guys eats Bertholdt and Historia touches them, is that actually gonna trigger some of the memories from Bertholdt, which would give humanity some extremely important information. Now, Erwin, he has talked about wanting to discover the truth of the world and desperately wanting to get to the basement. And I can see him doing that. And Armin, he has had his goodbye, and it was an incredible way for a character to go. I thought it was very emotional. So on the other hand, Armin, he is an extremely important character, and I love the character itself. So I don't know which one to think is actually gonna make it, but I definitely think that the next chapter is gonna be all about this decision. I think this has been an incredible chapter. We have had so much progression. I think that the fight, it's safe to say that it's over now, and now they will have to make this decision and then move on to the basement and see what's inside of it. I definitely don't think it's gonna happen in the next chapter. I think it's gonna be a little bit before they get there, because yeah, there's this other to take care of. But scale wise, I would probably give this chapter like 8 out of 10. I think it really deserves it. Anyways, this is all from me. This has been my first review ever, and I know that the sound and the video quality, it sucks. But other than that, did you guys like the review, or did it completely suck? I would love some constructive criticism in the comment section below. And if you would like the video, that would be great as well. This is all from me, and thank you so much for listening.